When LeBron passes up Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in points, and he will this year, will that make him the greatest player ever? Okay. An interesting question. I think the greatest player is Michael Jordan. Hold on. You said LeBron James the greatest player ever?
Ever.
What about Michael and Kobe? So you just gonna pass Kobe up like that?
I'm gonna pass Kobe up. I'm gonna look at Michael. I'm gonna look at the. I'm gonna look at.
I know it. Patron America.
Yo.
Patron America.
Kobe Bryant couldn't fill, or Michael Jordan fill LeBron's shoes. The impact that he's had with different teammates, different organizations.
Would you be mad at me if I just walked off the show?
You can't leave.
What defines the summit of greatness? Is it a mountain of statistics, or is it the wreckage of the souls you've demoralized along the way? The NBA has been consumed by a singular burning question that transcends the hardwood. As LeBron James ascends to the throne of the all-time scoring record, effectively erasing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar from the history books, does he also automatically cement his status as the greatest of all time? The air in the arenas, the chatter in the barbershops, and the heated exchanges in the locker rooms, it all boils down to two vastly different philosophies of greatness. On one side, we have the old guard, men like Shaquille O'Neal, who view the game through the lens of psychological warfare. To them, greatness isn't measured by a cumulative total of points scored over 20 seasons. It is measured by the look in an opponent's eyes when they realize they are trapped on the floor with a predator who has no intention of being merciful. They speak of Michael Jordan not just as a player, but as a force of nature. They speak of Kobe Bryant as a relentless assassin who viewed every game as a battlefield. But then, we look at the modern era, and we see something else entirely. The machine. LeBron James has done something arguably more difficult than peaking for a short period. He has stayed at the pinnacle of his powers while the world around him changed entirely. The game shifted from a slow, grinding, physical slugfest of hand checks and elbows into a high-speed space and pace revolution. LeBron didn't just survive this transition. He led it. He remodeled his body, revolutionized his training, and evolved his game until he became a Swiss Army knife of basketball production. So, when Shaq looks at LeBron and questions his gene, he isn't questioning his talent. He is questioning the nature of his intimidation. Is greatness the ability to be a perennial engine of efficiency, or is it the capacity to make your opponent shrink from the very thought of competing against you? This is the core of the friction. We aren't just comparing stats here. We are debating whether basketball is a craft to be perfected over a lifetime, or a throne to be seized through pure, unadulterated dominance. The scoring record is a massive, shimmering crown, but does it fit the head of the king? Or is it just another piece of hardware in a debate that will never truly have a final verdict? As we break down this narrative, ask yourself, when the buzzer sounds for the final time in LeBron's career, what will the history books say? Will they remember the total points, or will they dwell on the shadow cast by those who came before?
When I look at LeBron, he's not what Michael was as a player. He's not even what Kobe Bryant was as a player. So, when you talk about trying to compare Michael's instinct, his ability to take over games, his ability to want to have that last shot.
And demoralize you.
Yes.
And scare the living hell out of you.
LeBron doesn't have.
When we peel back the layers of this narrative, we find that the tension between these legends isn't born out of hatred. It's born out of a fundamental disagreement on the definition of excellence. Shaquille O'Neal represents a generation that viewed pain as the price of admission. In their era, if you weren't leaving the court bruised, battered, and emotionally exhausted, you weren't playing hard enough. For them, greatness was forged in the fire of direct physical confrontation. That is why they push back when they hear about the modern game's toughness being redefined by soft tissue injuries or load management. To a player who battled through physical defensive schemes, these modern concepts can sound like excuses. However, to dismiss LeBron's path as easier is to ignore the unique challenge of his longevity. Can we truly say that maintaining an elite, top-tier performance level for 20-plus years is less tough than a short, explosive peak? LeBron has faced the pressure of the entire world since he was 16 years old. He has navigated the highest expectations in the history of professional sports, and he has done so without ever suffering a major collapse in his identity. He has adapted to 4 different organizations, 3 different decades, and a complete transformation of the league's rules. That is a level of psychological fortitude that cannot be measured by a box score. This is where the debate transcends the court. It becomes a discussion about legacy, how we want to remember our heroes. Are we looking for the person who burnt the brightest for the shortest time, or the person who glowed with consistent, unmatched intensity until the very end? The reported tunnel clashes, the podcast sound bites, the viral social media reactions, these are just symptoms of a much deeper conversation. We are witnessing the clash between the era of intimidation and the era of mastery. As LeBron James claims the throne as the highest scorer in NBA history, he isn't just taking a record. He is forcing us to reevaluate our criteria. If you believe that greatness is defined by the terror you inspire in your rivals, your choice is made. If you believe that greatness is defined by the sheer volume and longevity of excellence, your choice is also made. The beauty of this debate is that neither side is wrong. They are simply speaking 2 different languages of basketball excellence. But we want to know where you stand. Now that you've seen both sides of this historic friction, the raw intensity of the past and the unprecedented, sustained brilliance of the present, who owns the title of the greatest? Don't just pick a name, tell us why. Is it the fear factor, or is it the ultimate marathon of skill? Drop your case in the comments, and let's settle the score.